Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm covering with you today the Q3 outlook. We will look into some numbers here and why it will be another record third quarter and a record quarter at all time for Tesla. And we also have some news regarding Tesla Energy and its trading team that is expanding, and we will furthermore look into the FSD update from last Friday. If you do enjoy my channel, do consider subscribing, and we will start right away into the first batch of news, which is the numbers. And it is really important to talk about numbers here, as we have all seen that the Giga Berlin is not ready to go yet. There are new updates that it might be that in October we could see the final permission, and then the open question is how fast can Tesla actually start production in this factory. So let's see how this plays out. The good news is that Tesla is able to work on Sundays now, which is pretty sensational, because that is something that is only possible for a few companies when it comes to construction in Germany. So that is some really good news here. And furthermore, the papers for the battery cell production side are also ready, and these papers will allow Tesla to build in the way they have planned. So there is no changes that need to be done on that side. Looking at Giga Shanghai, we do know that there was a really good ramp up in the past month. We have seen a new record quarter, and despite all the critics out there and all the people saying there's no demand, yes, there is demand, and we will look into the numbers in a moment. It is really important to take the long-term stretch here, and we all know that, and especially you guys who follow Tesla know that we cannot check only month by month, but we have to take the evolution that is happening over a certain amount of time. And one of these will show us that we can, combined with Fremont in Q3, expect around 225,000 cars. In that number, I don't have the Model S included. I don't have the Model X included, because I have no freaking clue how many cars we will see here. I just took the number of Fremont, which is around 108,000 per quarter. And if they are achieving the same amount of cars delivered, that is the number where we come to China. And China at the moment is at a point where it is taking over when it comes to the numbers per quarter compared to Fremont. Of course, considering the Model S and the Model X not being sold for a long time, and we don't know how fast the ramp up will initially be when it comes to that. So we will look into more details in a moment here, and you see that for Q1 on the right side, 78,000, then Q2, 92,000, and then Q3, we have an expectation of 117,000, considering that September would be slightly lower than August with 40,000. Furthermore, we see that the sales in China are declining from the beginning of the year, but always take into consideration that they are massively increasing on the other side when it comes to export. So 56,000 might sound bad compared to first quarter 69,000 in China, but when we take 9,000 for exports and now exports having 60,000, I mean, that is a massive difference. And so we have to take that into consideration. I do see actually 40,000 as being pretty pessimistic. I think we could see the same number as in August, like we saw in the last two quarters. In the last quarter, the same numbers with 33,000. So I'm really excited to see 225,000 would be really conservative here. And if we add that up, we are at around 610,000. And this is where it gets really interesting, what's happening here from October on in Austin. Will we see cars? Will they come? Because of course, to reach 1 million cars, we would need 390,000, which is pretty unrealistic at the moment. But if we are looking into maybe a higher amount of cars sold in the third quarter, we are looking maybe at 170,000, so 370,000. So let's see how this plays out. Looking at the FSD, we do have more updates. There was a recent update which is really interesting because many people don't see that a lot of small updates are happening over a long time. And over a long period of time, you really do see major changes, major developments that are happening here. There are great YouTubers out there that show that, especially as well. A good example is AI Driver in San Francisco, which is really astonishing with all the people walking, and then you have a motorbicycle on the left side trying to go through 2 cars and all that stuff. And still, in this new version, the car is really staying calm. It's not making any major bad decisions. Yes, it is taking its time, and sometimes a human being would already drive, but I rather have the FSD being more calm and less aggressive, but on a safer side, because that's the way how we can achieve success at the beginning and give people the trust into that computer. So really exciting to see that. Because we do have so many critics out there, and of course we do have the investigation when it comes to the so-called crashes. We haven't seen any results of that results yet. Furthermore, for the Tesla energy part, when we look into that, we haven't heard a lot. I'm really excited to have more news actually coming from Tesla Energy by the end of the quarter with the earnings call next month. What is important for you to know, there was for the subscription model, they deleted that. You cannot subscribe anymore and make a subscription model for the solar panels. And they hired people for the trading. So trading the energy from the power walls. And of course, this will be a help for the Dojo computer. It will be a help for making profitable trades in the long-term future. And these trading teams will assist, of course, the AI system in doing profitable challenges or profitable trades for Tesla and the consumer at the end of the day. So I'm really happy that you were here. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider doing that. And I'm really happy to see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Thank you.